Hello guys, I hope you all are good. So today we will discuss about carbon and its compound. Sorry for that kind of background sound because here it is Diwali. So because of that maybe you will heard some background noises, just avoid that. So carbon and its compound, in this chapter today we are just going to discuss about hydrocarbons. As per the name itself, the hydrocarbon means the compound which are having only two things in them, the hydrogen plus carbon. So the thing or the elements or the substances which are made up of hydrogen and carbon are called as hydrocarbons. So earlier we have already discussed that hydrocarbons, or we know that hydrocarbons is of two types. First one is saturated and second one is unsaturated. Saturated hydrocarbons and unsaturated hydrocarbons. What does it mean? Saturated hydrocarbons are those hydrocarbons which are having only single bonds in them. Means they have, the carbon has completed its all four valencies, it has just made four bonds with other atoms. But in the case of unsaturated one, it is not like that. Carbon is not able to make four bonds with other elements, but it is making four bonds, maybe two bonds, like maybe it is making one double bond or one triple bond in them. It is not making four single bonds. In the saturated one, it is making four single bonds, but in unsaturated, it is not making four single bonds. There may be a presence of one double bond or maybe a presence of one triple bond. So we can say that in saturated hydrocarbons, we have only one type, or first you will write, which are making only single bond, that are actually we know that they are alkanes. They are our alkanes. And in the case of unsaturated one, because there may be a presence of multiple bond, and it may be alkene or alkyne. Yes. So we can say that alkanes are those saturated compounds which are having only single bond, and alkenes or alkynes are those unsaturated which are having a multiple bond. Multiple bond, it may be a double bond, it may be a triple bond. And if I'm talking about the reactivity of them, if I'm checking about the reactivity, can you just guess whether this saturated will be more reactive or unsaturated will be more reactive? Yes, this unsaturated will be more reactive if we are comparing with the saturated one, because there are only single bonds. So carbon doesn't want to make any other bond, but here there are multiple bonds, maybe a double bond or maybe a triple bond. That is why the carbon wants to make four single bonds with other elements or other atoms. That is why it is more reactive. It wants to make more four bonds. But in this case, already there will be four single bonds, so it will not react with other things. It will be more stable. This type of saturated compounds will be more stable, which are having only one single bond in them. Now let's see some general properties, or what about the general formula for alkanes and alkenes. How we can identify by looking something, or by just looking at the chemical formula, whether it will be an alkyne, alkene, or it will be an alkane. If I am seeing about alkane, suffix is ane, alkene suffix is ene, alkyne suffix is ine. If I'm talking about the journal formula, let me write here. The journal formula for each of them will be, for alkane it will be CnH2n plus 2. For alkene it will be CnH2n. For alkyne it will be CnH2n minus 2. CnH2n plus 2, CnH2n and CnH2n minus 2. Now what does this N indicates? N indicates the number of atoms. Number of atoms. So for example, if I am writing about the family of alkane, like CnH2n plus 2, if there is only one carbon, there is only one carbon, then what will happen? Cn means 1, H2n, H2 into 1 plus 2. How much it will be? CH2, 2 ones are 2, 2 plus 2, 4, CH4. Actually, this is CH4 is the first member of alkane family. This CH4, or we are calling this as methane, this methane is actually the first member of this alkane family. Like that, even though we can write other members also, like if what will happen if the N is equals to 2, means if the number of carbon atoms is 2, what will be at that time? It will be CN2H2n, means 2 into 2 plus 2. 2 2s are 4, 4 plus 2, 6. So we can say that C2H6, this is the second member of this family. And this name is ethane. Like that, if I am talking about alkene, if the number of carbon atoms is equals to 1, it will be C1H2 into 1. So we can say that CH2. But here is one problem is that, is it possible to have one carbon atom here? No. Because we know that alkenes are always making a double bond between two carbon atoms. Alkenes is making one double bond between two carbon atoms, and alkyne is also making one triple bond between two carbon atoms. So it is not possible to have it is not possible to have one or only one carbon atom in alkene. There should be at least two carbon atoms to make the compound of alkene or alkyne family. So the number starts here from N is equals to 2. What will be the compound if N is equals to 2? C2H2 into 2. We can say that C2H4. Ethene. This is the first member of this family. What about this alkyne? Here also minimum number should be 2. So we can say that C2H2 into 2 minus 2. So we can say that C2H2. Ethyne. Like that. So this will also be the first member of this family. So I hope now you understood, or now you can easily identify which of the compound is alkene or alkyne. For example, now I will write some example here, then you can identify whether it is an alkene or alkyne by using their general formula. Example: C4H10, C4H10, N What is the double of just what I'm telling, the one short trick here. If you're just checking it, otherwise the general formula or like the short trick is that just check the double of it. 4 2s are 8. If it is 2 more than the double, it will be alkane. For example, if C4H8, if it is just double of this number, it will be alkene. Like C4H6, if it is 2 less than the double, it will be alkyne. So you just have to check the number of carbon atoms, just double it. If the hydrogen atoms is more than the double or 2 more than the double, it will be alkane. Just double, alkene, or 2 less than the double, alkyne. So I hope now you can easily identify whether it will be an alkane, whether any given compound will be alkane, alkene, or alkyne. Now let's see how we can draw their structure. Okay, now let's see how to draw the structures. To draw the structures, there are simple 3 steps in that. Step number 1. Step 1. It says that just connect all the carbon atoms with single bond. With single bond. With single bond. The second step says that, step number 2, it says that now as the valency of carbon is 4, tetravalency we know that, so just join or means connect all the hydrogens to the carbons to fulfill their tetravalency. Just to fulfill their tetravalency. Step number 3 is that if step number 3 only you have to follow if the hydrogens are not able, or the amount of hydrogen is not full to complete the tetravalency, is not being like, if it is less than if the carbon requires 4 hydrogen atoms but there are only 2 hydrogen atoms, so in that case means if the number of hydrogen is less and it is not able to fulfill the tetravalency of the carbon, then only you have to follow the step 3. Step 3 says that join the carbon atoms with the required double or triple bond. Join the carbon atoms with the required double or triple bond. Just connect the required carbon atoms with the double or the triple bond. Now let's see many examples for that. Just take some examples. Some examples are, for example, C3H8. First example is C3H8. First of all, what I will do, I will draw all the carbon atoms joining with a single bond. So just draw 1, 2, 3 carbon atoms with a single bond between them. Now after that, what I need to do is that I want to draw all the hydrogen present there with a single bond. Look, this carbon atoms need 4 single bonds. It is having the valency of it is having the tetravalency, it requires 4. So 1 is already there, means 3 more. So 1, 2, 3 hydrogens will attach to the 3 sides. Now look at this carbon, second carbon. It is also tetravalent. It requires 4, but it is already making 2 bonds. one bond here and one bond here. So it is already making two bonds, only two more hydrogens will be attached here. So one will be here, second will be here. Now for this one, it is having one bond, it can make other three bonds also. So 1, 2, 3. So now we got as total 1, 2, 3, 4 for this one, 1, 2, 3, 4 for this one, 1, 2, 3, 4 for this one. So all the carbon have fulfilled their tetravalency. Now just check the number of hydrogen atoms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So means C3H8. We have drawn the structure of C3H8. Now take another example of C2H4. C2H4. Two carbon, just join two carbon atoms with a single bond. Okay. Now I want to join hydrogen atoms. How many hydrogen atoms are there? 4 hydrogen atoms are there. So 2 hydrogen atoms will attach to this carbon. 2 hydrogen atoms will attach to this carbon. Now just check the tetravalency of both carbon atoms. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Both carbon needs to make one more covalent bond. So what will happen? The other covalent bond will be here. So it will be a double bond between these two carbon atoms. I hope you understood this. Take one more example. Let me make some space. C2H2. Two carbon atoms join with the single bond. How many hydrogen? 2 hydrogens. So one hydrogen will attach to this side. One hydrogen will attach to this side. Now if I'm checking about, like, it is only making 2 bonds. This carbon is making 2 bonds. If this and this carbon is also making 2 bonds, means 2 more bonds are required here. So if 2 more bonds are required here and we don't have enough hydrogen and more hydrogen to make 2 bonds, what will happen? These 2 carbon will make 2 more bonds between them and it will become a triple bond. I hope you can understand how to draw the structure of carbon compounds. If you like my video, if you are able to understand this, do like and share my video, subscribe my channel, click on the bell icon, and let's meet in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye bye.